Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. We've got a little rain happening. It is horrible, horrible air quality out there. I ran out briefly this morning and paid our property taxes and dropped some stuff off for a friend in Lorette, and it was thicker and thicker. So it's currently an 8 air quality out there, which is brutal. So again, I'm hiding in the house. Yay, love my house. And so it's currently 23 degrees Celsius, which means it's 30 with the wind chill. No, 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 humidex. So 73 Fahrenheit, 86 with the humidex. Hi, Lee. Hi, Jan. Hi, Shannon. Nice to see you guys. So it's been a crazy weekend. It's been a crazy day already today.
Must be in here.
Okay, I'll look for them. I don't know when. I had a plan for what I was going to use today to show you how I do the templates, and they're missing. So they're down here someplace. But anyway, it's okay. Yeah, it's lucky I love my house. It's because all my toys are here. All right. So I want to show you how to do templates, not necessarily stencils. We're going to do it the reverse of it so that we do the outlines, kind of like these plastic things that I chopped off that screen that I had. So, it's got the flowers and it's got butterflies and birds, but these are plastic. So they came from a screen that my neighborhood got at the dollar store. And I chopped it apart and I used the parts to trace things. Not often, but I do. So I was going to show other ways of making this. Like, we'll discuss it. I'm kind of all over the place because I've been looking for those other things that I wanted, but I've lost. And I put my glasses down somewhere for 2. I can't find them. What kind of screen? Okay, let me just go grab. I've got another one. She bought like 3 or 4, and when she moved and gave me all her crafty supplies, she gave those to me as well. So I use them on the gel plate occasionally, not very often. Grab them. Of course, they're buried. But it's okay, I can grab them anyway. All right. So, I had this place reasonably clean, and it's not reasonably clean anymore. That's okay. I'm going to have a few days of really yucky weather. So, the screen was like this. And she got it at Dollar Round. And I don't know if you can see it. So I cut it all apart, and I've got the leaves, and I got the flowers, and the butterflies and birds. And then she had this one, and I've used this on the gel plate. These are just plain reading glasses. I'm talking about my ones with the blue frames that are only half glasses, so I can see the screen and still look down. These I have to remove to see the computer screen. It's a day. It's okay. And then this one I've used on the gel plate, obviously. So those are what I'm talking about. This one's under the package. So that's what I've cut apart and made all those lovely little bits out of so that I could trace around them and use them for various projects. Now, when I use them, I put them down on my painty paper, trace around them, and then doodle on them. And I've got new Kim bits. So, anyway, I was going to start the day off with, yesterday I went to the city for the monthly get together. And this month we were swapping napkins and masterboards. So I made the masterboard online here with you guys. So I gave one of those away. This is the one I got in exchange. And when she put it down on the desk, I went, oh, I hope I get to swap with her. Because, look, isn't that fun? It's my colors, guys. It's my colors. So anyway, I think that I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut it in to backgrounds for postcards. So this month we're trading 5 postcards, like 5 postcards, and we do a one-on-one swap, like we pull names, and whoever gets my name has to make me 5 postcards or give me the 5 postcards they've made, and I pull a name and I give that other person. It's a very interesting way to do it. I love it. Anyway, I think I'm going to use these for the backgrounds for the postcards. I think we'll start working on these tomorrow because I have to decide what I want to do on each one. I want the background to be the same, but I think maybe I'll do a Goonie bird and maybe a building and have this, they're going to be the same but different. All right. So it was a napkin swap. So I have to show you the napkins I got because I'm very excited. So I've got this one, Wish Upon a Star. Now I want to do a napkin journal because look at how pretty some of these are. Just so delicate and pretty. And we each got a package of 20 napkins. And so we each got 1 napkin from everybody kind of thing. That's fun. It's got the pink flamingo. Isn't this one pretty? The succulent. So I don't know if, because you know how on some napkins, they're just, yeah. This one has 4. Look. I think that's fabulous. Fabulous. I got a little bunny. This is one of this. I bought 2 packs because I couldn't decide which I liked better. So this is one of the ones that I put in the swap. And I guess this one too has 4 bees on it. It does. It does. I like it. Of course, I would only use 1 bee at a time. Isn't that cute? Those of you who love cats. Lots of florals. And some wild colors. I love this one. More florals. And nobody bought napkins the same. Like we all bought different napkins. It's just bizarre. Just love them. This one's got little birds. Nope. I need my glasses for that. Nope, they're just all little flowers. But I thought those little blue things were birds. Because I didn't have my glasses on. This one has birds. Isn't that stunning? Now, one of the first group meetings that we had, I was working in the garden yesterday. Anyway, one of the first meetings that we had, we did napkins onto muslin or just fabric. She used a lot of old sheeting, like you can get sheets at the thrift store. And so we took pieces of napkin and we glued them down onto the sheets and we used them as flips in a journal. Now I need to remember which journal I put it in and I could show you, but I don't remember which journal I put it in, of course. But they work lovely. Maybe I'll do that one day with you guys and show you how that works. Because seriously, you split them, right? You take them down to this single layer and put glue on the fabric, and then you put the napkin down, and you gently press it, and it still feels like fabric. And it lasts. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. So then I got these butterflies. Just showing off these napkins I got. And this was the other one I fell in love with that I didn't know. I love pansies. So very, very sweet. Lovely, lovely napkins. So I got quite the stash of napkins. And I have to be very careful that I don't hoard them. I have to use them. Have to use them. Yes, you take the napkin off. So you only have the top layer, and you use a glue stick, a good glue stick. Put plastic down, put the fabric down. Like I say, I just used a thin muslin because I had it. She used sheet fabric, and then she put the glue on the fabric, and you put the napkin down, and press it down nice. Flip it over. Use your bone folder, whatever, and it smooths out. And I used it as a flip in one of my journals, but I don't know which journal I used it in. Go figure. Maybe it was this one. Could be this one. Let me just look. Gotta look. No, it wasn't this one. Okay, so anyway, we did it onto the fabric, and it holds really, really nicely. It really does. So I might just take like pieces and do a whole bunch of flips, stash them for journals so that I can grab and go build. You know. All right. So at the thing, there's always somebody who teaches a little class of something. So the lady that was teaching the class printed off a whole bunch of printables, and she taught us how to make these really, really cute little tag folder things. So it's got a pocket on the back, a tuck spot on the side, and a pocket on the front. Yeah. So we made this. And of course, I love the paper. It's really cute and it's vintage. She provided all the lace. She made all the little blingy things, punched out all the flowers. She really did a lovely, lovely job of it. And taught us how to make these little, of course, right away I'm thinking, wow, I could put like a few pages in the middle there. And let's just, go off on my own tangents. So that was yesterday. Also, because these ladies watch all the marketplace stuff and various things, the thrift store or a friendly family shopping store in Winkler, Manitoba, gets a lot of stuff from Costco. When Costco's unloading stuff they're no longer selling. So this store in Winkler had spools of ribbon. Boxes and boxes of ribbon. So she posted it on our group chat and asked if anybody wanted some ribbon. So it was $5 a spool. But if you buy more than 10, it was $4 a spool. So, of course, we were all saying, yeah, we'll do this. So I don't know how many spools or how many she ended up buying. I bought 2, and I said I didn't care what kind. Just grab them for me. So, oops, no, don't fall. I got this one. It's kind of like a burlap. And these are 50-yard spools, guys. 50-yard spools. $4. Got it for $4 for each of these. So with taxes and everything, it was under $10. I've got like 100 yards of ribbon. So there's going to be a lot of ribbon used in the next little while. I can see that happening. I'm thinking this one actually, both of them actually, page edges, maybe some, ooh, that's almost like a burlap. Anyway, they're lovely, lovely, lovely ribbon. Janine, this beautiful lady here, Miss Janine, gifted me a wonderful tassel, and it's got my name on it, a dangle. I had it beside me. I don't know where it went. This is about right here. Look at this gorgeous dangle. And she's destashing, and I got her watercolors. So I've got metallics and glitter watercolors. I'm going to be playing with those too, guys. So I've got this beautiful dangle. All right. So that was my show and tell. Crazy amount of ribbon. Absolutely crazy. All right. So I pulled out this children's book. Janine is turning into my partner in crime here. We're going to a 3-day scrapbooking crop in October together. So this is about animals. So I would like to show you guys how to do templates from things like this, because they're great. You can cut them out, but then you've only got one. It's going to be a nice getaway. Just wait until I start gifting her stuff. Let's play de-stash with each other. I like it. So anyway, great book. Definitely could cut out the lion, or the bison, but maybe you want more than one, right? So then I would make a template out of it and just trace it onto paper, put on the, do the detailing, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to find something that we like, and we're going to do that. So basically, you cut it out, you glue it on to a piece of heavier cardstock or whatever, packaging, and then you've got the details on the original, where to put like the tusks on this walrus, where the eyes would go, all that stuff. Why do I feel like I'm doing shadow puppets today? So, does that make sense to you guys? I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. So because way back in the 90s, I used to sell at the Hudson Bay store downtown in Winnipeg. They had a gift shop, and I sold a lot of items there. One of the items that was a reasonably decent seller is I made these plant picks. So that when you've got like just one plant and you want to spice it up a little bit, we're Italian. Something. So I was going to show you the templates that I used for these, but since I don't know where, like Ron just came in and said he didn't know where the templates were either. So they have to be down in my area someplace. Okay. Oh, thanks. So what I'm going to do is just basically explain. I've got just a piece of heavy card with the original drawing of this on. So you know where the eye is. And then you just decorate them however you feel like, right? So I was thinking what I would do is I could trace these onto just a plain piece of paper. Or I wonder if I could just scan them. What do you guys think? Can I scan these? Because if that works, then I will put them up on Meet Your Creativity, and you guys can print them off and make your own. But yeah, so these are all cut out of wood. So let's just see if I can do that. You don't do the sticks. The sticks are glued in, otherwise I would pull them off. Let me see if I can get them all in here. This one's big. Okay. Wonder if I do like that. Anyway, I'm going to scan these because it's right beside me. No, I don't have a laser to cut the wood. We use a scroll saw. All these are hand scrolled out. You know what? You can go this way. What about that? Two this way and two that way. Let's put a piece of paper on top. Close it. And even if I can I'm just going to try copying it, and we'll see if that works before I scan it. All right. So let's find something in here that we want to cut out. Just do it. Pesky thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so used to just wobble cutting everything. Those little bugs are cute. Those would be good to just hand draw, but not to do. Little bear. He's a sad looking little bear. Now, of course, if you don't want to cut up a kid's book or whatever, you can also use it on a light board. I'm sure that would work as well. Do this little lamb. You're going to spray some paper with inks. Cool, cool. Okay, I want this little lamb. And it doesn't matter. Those little mice having to be on the other side, they can just party away. Okay, so I need to move this one in just a little bit, but I will be able to scan them. And then I will post them, and you guys can just cut them out and glue them down onto a piece of cardboard or whatever, if you so desire. Okay, we're going to cut out this little lamb here. Just a heads up, if my phone should have to ring, I will need to answer it. My sound's cutting in and out. Is anybody else having that issue? It could be my internet connection. Anyone? It's there too? Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder what the heck that's about. I mean, it is really dark out there. I don't know if we're expecting a storm or what. All right. So I'm going to glue this down onto this piece of cardstock. And as I say, the nice thing is, I'm sorry, we have the original so that when we're tracing it, we can do all the detailing our own way, right? So, glue stick. Shannon, are you streaming tonight, hon? The air is bad. I dropped that stuff off for Christine this morning. And by the time I got home, it was like, oh my goodness gracious. Hey, Belinda, nice to see you, hon. Oh, you're not streaming on Mondays? Okay. I knew that you had changed your times. Okay. So, Belinda, today I'm just showing how I do my templates. Aside from, these black things that the flowers and butterflies that I cut out and copied for you guys to use way back when. I'm just showing how I would use something from a book or a coloring book or that kind of thing. So I would cut it out and glue it down onto a heavier piece of something. Then we're going to fussy cut it out. That's the hardest part, is fussy cutting it out when it is on a heavier piece, right? So I'm not too worried about around the body and the legs, because when you're doing it, you're just going to do a whole bunch of swirly things because it's a sheep, it's a lamb. Wednesday, okay. Okay. Right. Right. I get it. I remember. And if you want to put your channel in, I would appreciate that too, please, Shannon. We were going to set up, remember, I was going to get you to talk me through how to set up Nightbot so that people with channels could just do the same thing you do on your channel, where it's just a single word kind of thing. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. I hope you're having a good day, too. You usually go, yeah, no, today is not a walking outside day. Seriously. I didn't stay long at Christine's because it was already, when I left, it was a 3 or a 4. I lied. Somewhere around there. Probably around a 4. And by the time I got home, I bet you it was already 7. And Lorette is like 15 minutes from here. Thank you, Shannon. That is Shannon's channel, guys. Shannon's been doing some fabulous mandala coloring. Seriously, those of you who are into mandala coloring or even just adult coloring, the books that Shannon has are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay, I'm going to have to go in from this end on the leg. Kind of hard to do, right? All right. So now I have this really cute little lamb that I cut out. Awesome, Janine. Is it Janine or Janine? My French is horrible. I know it's our one of our official languages. My kids were in French immersion. They are both fluent. My grandkids are fluent. And they ask me to speak French to them. And then they laugh and laugh. My kids are twizzooks. All right. So then, if you want to put them just in, have a cute little lamb in the corner of a pocket or something on your journal. So you would take this and you would trace it, right? You guys all know how to trace. Trace them. So if you see fun things in kids' coloring books, this is oops. I didn't do the other ear. Totally forgot the other ear. Okay. So then you get this blank image. Answered anything that starts with J. Okay. Now, if you did this out of plain black cardstock, you could have a silhouette, right? There would be a silhouette of a little lamb. You could have him beacon out of something. But we're going to make his face. So it kind of comes like this. And his eye is here. Nose, mouth. The ears come in just a little bit. No, that one does not. I lied. Okay, you've got the one ear. So then you're going to make curls, except for on the ears. The ears are dark, so we'll just draw some lines in the ears. We'll just cross hatch that a little bit. And then on the rest of them, we're just going to do like scribbly curly things. And it's okay to go over the outline because he's a shaggy, curly little friend. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for putting that in. Now see, isn't he cute? So then you just do those little curly things around and round and around. Now, if you want him, okay, if we're going to make sure that we've got these legs, straight line for the legs, just so that we know that that's a back leg, right? So that's how I would do it for various animals, various birds, whatever you see that you like, that you would like to copy. And the other cool thing is if we flip him this way, he's reversed. So look, even when he's plain, he's kind of cute. Just kind of cute. So if you do not have a cuttlebug or a cricket or any way of photocopying and printing out things that you want to do, make yourself some templates. Flowers, you could do butterfly, you could do mushrooms, anything your heart desires. He's a scribble sheep. He is a scribble sheep. Now, anywhere I want. Again, I could throw them on the scanner and print out a whole bunch of like little ones. Oh, that's okay. I appreciate any comments, Janine. See, I'm doing it neat. Janine. Any thoughts on this? Like, would you guys do it? Could do clowns. Even like greeting cards. If you come across a greeting card or even something in a magazine, the same thing. If you see a picture in a magazine that you like, I'm looking for a magazine. I just had one in my hands. Oi, grab a magazine. Seriously, I had this planned. And I thought about it this morning. And then I went off and paid my property taxes. And I dropped the stuff off for Christine. And everything kind of went gone. There it was, gone. Okay, this is a knitting book. Not going to find much in here, I don't think. No. You know, there's some cute knits in here, though. No, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Regular magazine. Let's see. This one. Oh, let's have a craft lunch. Sorry, guys. I'm having a day. You like the handmade cutouts more, actually? Yeah. I like them having more character. Yes. Yes. I love collaging. He'd look cute in the middle of a cluster. Okay, say you wanted this lamp. Same thing. You cut it out, and you could have a bazillion of them. Trace it out and make your own. Anything you like. Make yourself a template and paint it up your way. See, I don't have glasses on, so I can't see even what I'm looking at. I'm all over the place, brain-wise. Rain coming and getting darker. Yeah, we need the rain. My garden sure is enjoying it. Okay, I'm looking for something fun to cut out. See, the reason I wanted those templates, I have a whole series of carousel horses. And I thought if I did a series of carousel horses, they would be kind of fun in journals. All right, what do I want? I'm looking for something fun. Look at those little rabbits. Unfortunately, they're really little, so I wouldn't. I'll have to practice painting some rabbits or something. But kids' coloring books are great for ideas. Absolutely great for ideas. You could use some rain there. Yeah, I heard you guys have a water thing happening. Can't remember what it's called. like a rationing or whatever. I'm looking for something. If you guys see something as I'm flipping, please say, hey, stop. I'm seeing all these fun things that I want to put into that journal thing there. That Anne and Beth are doing them. The nature book that I'm doing Pacific Coast. Okay, what about this little bird? I mean, I've got lots of little birds of my own, but no. Man, I'm picky. There was one lady I had watched. She cut out like all this pottery and stuff, and she glued it down and then repainted it for whatever she was working on. It looked really cool. I was kind of hoping to see something like a big, it's a country magazine, and I'm looking for an anchor. Yeah, Kim. Good. Well, there's some cute little things in here that I will. Okay, let's go back to those lamps. I think I'll do the lamp because if I can get a handle on making fun little lamps like those, I could have them sitting on top of pockets, on top of all kinds of things. Yeah. Like I've heard of places where you can water your garden, but you can't water your lawn. In a lot of places, like if it's not edible, don't water it. All right, we're going to do this lamp. Oh, look, there's a cute little pair of glasses at the bottom of the picture. Melinda, can't remember what we were making the other day, but you said put books on it. I said, I don't have any. I have no books. No Kimbit books. Anywhere. I think I'm going to have a little thing, animal templates and, you know. Okay, so this is quite interesting. It's got this little pin out the side. So I am going to cut it around so the pin is there, but it will be drawn in. You gave up on the grass? Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, the cracks in our yard, you can lose a kid in there. Brutal. Let's trim it down a little bit more so I can get it closer to the edge on the paper. And I know not all this stuff is everybody's cup of tea. I get that. I really do get that. Totally understandable. But sometimes if you're doing, like I said, I've got 5 postcards I need to make. Maybe I want to throw in a little lamb or a lantern. We've had a few mosquitoes here, I admit. Hasn't been horrible. Mind you, I haven't been able to sit outside much because of the smoke. And then it was so humid. Like, it was so hot and humid this weekend. I couldn't even be outside. Couldn't breathe in the humidity. Brutal. Absolutely just annoying and brutal. Okay. Awesome. Your wonky chunks. I had made wonky chunk kits and took them yesterday and showed how I made my wonky chunks. Okay. Trying to be very, very careful doing this. I know fussy cutting's not the most fun thing to watch me do. Fighting with your printer? Oh no. Oh yeah, the smoke is just, I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Like I say, it's a good thing I love my house because I watched a video this morning while I was having my lunch. Can't remember the lady's name. She's new to me. And she was making a totally different kind of stamp thing to use on the gel plate. And it was out of corrugated cardboard. But it was so cool. So this is why I can't watch people, is because then I have to try it and nothing gets done. On a happy note, happy note, I have been working on my temperature blanket this weekend, and I am now at, I've only got like 4 days left in June to do, all of July, but I'm close, right? I am close to having it done or caught up. Okay, just going to take that in a little bit. So this paper kind of is a little bit bendy yet, but because there's so much detail in this, I wouldn't be able to cut it out if it was much heavier than this. Okay. So we have a cute little lamp. I know. Oh, you watched that one too? Yeah, my wonky chunks, Sherry. I've posted their pictures in the group. I'm pretty sure if anybody wanted to download them. Those ones with the round bellies, the fat cats. Of course, I don't have one handy. Not the tall, skinny ones, the short, fat ones. The tail comes out the back by its head. Everybody in the workshop stuck them out the side. They were very, very cute. Their own take on what I do. All right. Let's draw this lamp. So like I say, I don't normally use other people's artwork in my journals, but I can trace this and be happy about it. Now, I'm not going to do this piece right here on the lamp because there's that little lever that sticks out. Oh, a little shaky. Look at that. Can't trace with the Tinker's. There we go. So now where that little poke out is, we're going to draw this lamp like this. And it's got that little thing that sticks out like that, right? So this goes across. This goes across here. And it's got some holes in it. I think they're just decorative. Not sure. This has all these fun little things like this. And then, of course, this is all and then, of course, if you were doing color, you could add some glowy stuff to it. This goes here. Chunky kitties, wonky chunks. Because they're just very, very chunky. So my crochet kitties, I don't even have a name for my crochet kitties. I don't have a name for those. I'm walking away from the computer again because now I have to find a picture to remind Sherry what these guys look like. These guys. These guys. Those ones. Those are the ones that I made kits for. Kits for those. And then my crochet kitties. This one doesn't have a face or whiskers on yet. I came across a whole bag of these silly things. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. These ones. My little kitties. I have to put faces on and whiskers. And then they're done wherever the rest of them went. Because I have lots of things all over my house that I need to finish. And I think that kitten pattern I'd shared as well. Stuff, guys. Just lots of stuff. So, of course, if you colored this in with a metallic or something, it would give it that metal-y kind of look. Hi, Kevin. Welcome. Nice to see you. We just, I'm making templates so that people can trace things out and use them in their journals. Thank you so much, Kevin. So I'm chopping up kids' books. Because I'm bad. Chopped up some magazines. Yeah. So you guys now know how I would do templates. I will, like I say, I'm going to scan these in better. I'll see if I can get rid of the background. I have a program for doing that. And then I'll post it on Meet Your Creativity, and you guys can trace out some fish and make templates out of them if you want. If you do not want, that's fine too. But I will do that if you have an interest. Printer's still not working. Oh no. Is it an Epson, Sherry? Kevin's our wonderful teacher of how to grow your channel. He's got lots of tips and tricks on growing your channel and things like that. Do you know what? We had an Epson and we had that same problem with the ink pads at the bottom. They said it was full, said it was full, said it was full. And I think we ended up just having to replace the darn printer because it just wasn't, it just didn't work. So we switched to Canon because we didn't have that problem with Canon, just the fact that their ink was so expensive. But I loved that Epson. It was great until it started doing that nonsense. And the silly thing is it won't even let you print just black. Kevin is in Ontario, another Canuck. Lots of us here today as Canadians. Mind you, Lee is in England. I think Lisa, I'm not sure where Lisa is. Belinda's in the States. Wow, lots of us Canadians here today. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. Using ink that isn't there. Yeah, that's the way my last Canon was, Jan. I know. It's crazy. You're in Ottawa. Yes, you are. Is it still crazy hot there, Shannon? I have a Canon. I love my Canon. It's one of those ink tank ones. My only thing with this Canon is to print two-sided, I have to flip the paper around. My old Canon would suck it back in and print the other side. It was great. I don't know, Jan. I got my Canon because Malia said that she loved hers and she does a lot of printing and she was still on, like, she really hasn't had to refill her ink. And because I test print things. Yeah, I've got an Echo Tanker, one of those things too, where you put the whole thing of ink in, and it's liquid ink. Yeah, my ink cartridges were really expensive for my old Canon. Oh, that's awesome. as long as it still prints. Like I was saying, my other Canon, if one of the cartridges, it didn't matter what it was, ran out of ink, say the blue, the black wouldn't even print. And it had two sizes of black. It had a small one and a big one. And yeah. It sounds horrible. Crazy. You know, we have become so reliant on these things that when they're not working, it's very, very annoying. Very annoying. All right, let's find something else to cut out and play with. What else? I'm going to do a few of these animals. Look at that bird. Wouldn't that make great Goonie birds, guys? Tall, skinny Goonie birds. The Absent sucks ink like crazy. Ah. Yeah, it would be nice if they had reset buttons. I almost just want to make a Goonie bird, just like that. Let's go. Kim's off on a tangent. Scrap paper. I've got this. He's going to be a... He is cute. He's very cute. It's weird. I can't work with these big pieces of paper anymore. I'm so used to having just little bits of paper. Okay, so he's got a little tail and a round body and a great big long neck and a round head. And back to the body. His neck's a little thick up here. I need to trim it down just a little bit. Just trim that neck a little bit. You think it's a crane, John? Could be. Could be. I need a long beak. Find some orange paper. Long beak and long legs. I got this green. Nope. Nope. Not going to do it, guys. Red. Oh, goodness. Fussy, fussy. Nope. That's not orange. Okay, we need a piece of nice orange for the beak and legs. Let's use that. Let's use that. Okay, so we need a nice long beak. So we're just going to go like this, right down the whole piece of paper. It's got square corners. We're just going to round that off. Kim's off on a tangent here. I'm sorry, guys. My liquid glue. Ooh, it's darker on the other side. It's okay. Ooh. So it's a little bit big. It's okay. We've got this. It's a little fat at the top. This is the first one we're doing. Let's cut that in half. And we'll fold it in half. Okay, so we need the feet. So it looks like 1 toe at the back and 3 at the front. I'm not going to get that out of this. 1 toe at the back. Ooh, come on. He's only getting 2 toes at the front because kind of got a like little knee thing happening. This is why I wobble cut, right? This is what I do. All right. Ooh. Are you lighter? You're a bit lighter. Okay, so he's going to be a pigeon-toed stork. It looks like they're both behind his body. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the tip there. Come. On the tip there. Wrong side. Kim. Goodness. Goodness. Oh, maybe his legs are a little short. He's fun. Of course, I got to do eyes that like I would normally do. Little piece of white. Alfalfa hunk. Okay, thanks for coming, Shannon. Love you. I hope you have a good day too. We're gonna do little eyes. Whoop. We'll cut some little eyes here. Maybe not. Washed my hands, can't do a thing with them today. A little big, we'll make them work. We will make those work. All right. So now, I'm sorry I'm off on a tangent, guys. This is what happens. You guys know that I'm off on my own little bus here. I apologize. All right. And then he's got a wing with some black feathers happening. We're going to mark that with a marker. If it works. Make that nice and dark. Make sure his eyes are nicely outlined. Okay, he's a little sad looking crane. Let's add some shadow to that beak here. I've got a brown. I'm just going to add some shading here. Because I use such a dark piece of painted paper, for the body, I don't know how well the shading's going to work, but we will try. Definitely a bit of shadow under the wing, tops of the legs. All the way down. Oh, don't spill the drink. All the way down the underside of that. I like to put just a little bit of color around the eye. Gives a little bit of shadow so that you know that it's a round eyeball. Right. Oh yes, he's cute. I am going to take a white gel pen. And we're going to go a line along the top of the beak. Along the outside of these legs. Tops of the toes. Along his back. And just here. Now we're going to outline him in black. What do I create? Thanks. Kim, guys, you guys know me. Now we're going to outline the beak. Eyes, the body, the neck, outline. I think he's cute. I've never done one like this, guys. Thank you for being patient with me and letting me play. The bottom of the toes. We got him, guys. We got us a crane. Okay. His head's a little big. His beak's a little thick. It's okay. He's a goonie. All right. I need another animal. Look at this guy. Guess what? We're going to do that frog. I really like that frog. For some reason, I have a very, very hard time wobble cutting frogs. I really do. Also, I cannot guarantee that I will get those fish scanned in and cleaned up today. I will try. And of course, if I do this frog, I'm going to color him my way. We know that. In fact, I'll probably trace him onto green paper. And just decorate them however I see fit that day. These little toes are going to be hard to trace. It's okay. Oh, why am I cutting them so close? Like, I'm going to be gluing them down and fussy cutting them out. I'm fussy cutting them now. And he needs a big, long tongue sticking out, and he's got to be catching flies or mosquitoes. I'm putting them right there. Right here, because we're not wasting paper. Tomorrow, I am going to be starting my postcards for my swap that I'm in for next month. So I will have the background all cut and ready to rock. And even if you just trace them and then you want to color them, right? You're going to have to color them. You can use markers. Whatever. You could cut like different colored little pieces to put in there. All right, little froggy. Actually, it would be kind of fun to do an entire collection of frogs. I don't have a collection of frogs. I don't have any frogs. I got glue all over my fingers. All right, let's fussy cut this again. This is the hard part. Getting in around these toes when it's on cardstock. But if you see a cat in a magazine, the cats that are up and clawing on furniture or whatever, that would be a great body shape to make a template out of. So it could be like climbing up the page in the journal. You want a picture of what turkey? Is there a turkey in that book? Jan, did you receive the mail I sent you yet? I'm doing all this fussy work. Same page as the frog? Okay. I can do that. I'll scan it in and send it to you. And if you can't print it, if your printer's acting silly, you can always take a piece of paper and put it over your computer screen and trace it. You know, how we used to do when we were kids, putting pictures against the window and tracing things. Or if you have a light box, I don't know if you have one or not. Ron built mine. Not received? Not received. He's fun. I've gone fuzzy. There we go. Turkey. That turkey in the car? You don't have a light box? Well, maybe my peeps need to talk to your peeps. Okay, I can scan that in for you. I can do that. I was thinking this rooster would be kind of fun. And then I'm thinking, you know, I could probably wobble cut that. Look at those little mice with balloons. You know, a lot of these I would not use more than, you know, the lamb I might use a couple of times. The lamp I would probably use more. The frog I would probably use more. I'm going to definitely make a whole bunch of these guys. Those would be great on... I wonder if I could do a crowd of cranes on one of the postcards I'm making. Something like that. Probably got lost. Okay. Used to have an old slide table too. I don't know where that went. I think the neighbor, Ron, gave it to the neighbor. Do you want a scan of that rooster, Janine? Janine? That's what I was thinking. Put them on my postcards. Do a whole bunch of cranes and the rooster too. Yeah, I was thinking if I did Goonie Birds on... I don't know if I want to do Goonie Birds or I found Trashy Flowers. I was going to do a building, right? Because I've got... That one's probably too big. I used the smaller one. See, I haven't put away my toys yet, guys. And I'm missing that third building I did. Where? Well, isn't that just joyous? Okay, so I did 3 buildings and I only have 1. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. So I'm going to cut this into my postcards, and this is going to be a background. And if it's 4 by 6, which is, where are they? Oh, let's not dump that. These are roughly 4 by 6. I would have to do smaller buildings if I was going to do like a street or something. I would have to do it this way and do much smaller buildings. That could be fun. Hi, I know your name. I can't remember it. Healing is recycle crafting. Elizabeth, right? Yeah, Liz. Hi, nice to see you. Another Canadian. Yep. So if I did the postcards and I was doing buildings, like I would do smaller buildings. So I do like maybe like a little block, and then I would do some street lights. Okay, so postcards. I'm gonna write this down, and we know I'm gonna lose it. I had post-it notes, and those two also are gone. Gone. Maybe. What are these? Okay, so postcards. They're going to have this background because I love this background. And if I have to do 5. So that would give me another 4x6 piece that I could cut into smaller things if I wanted. So I'm going to do buildings. I could do cranes. I think I could do 3. And I could put a blurb, find your flock. Oh, then you grab your journal. See, yeah. Hi, Mandy. Welcome. I was just cutting out some templates cutting out some pictures from this book for templates. I did the little lamb and I cut out the frog. I haven't done that yet. And then I cut out a lamp. So, but I'm thinking, I'm going to keep a drawer full of templates so that I can have strange things to add. But when I was flipping through this book, I saw this crane. Now that would be a pain in the hiney to cut out and do. So I normally just freehand cut. So I freehand cut a crane. And because I have to make some postcards, I figured that I could put 3 cranes on the postcard and do a thing saying, find your flock, or you found your flock, or something like that. Or birds of a feather flock together. I don't know. Since I freehand cut them, they'll be different but the same. Anyway. Okay, so buildings, Goonie birds. I call these Goonie birds. And fan trashy flowers, right? If I do some of these, those are missing too, guys. Nope. Here. Found them. Found them. I scanned the book boards and they didn't print as nice as I'd have liked. So I'll do some fan trashy flowers, maybe. I don't know. Maybe something like these. I like these. See, this is scanned in and printed, this one. And it's really orange. This is just on plain copy paper, right? So that one is scanned in and printed. And that is just putting them on the scanner and using it like a photocopier. So it comes out so much nicer. Something sassy to say? Oh, he could have some. Problem is, I don't know, because it's for a swap. And I don't know who's going to get it. And I have a feeling that I have to be a little bit on the more cautious side with some of the ladies in the group that I'm swapping in. So anyway, I could do something like that. And again, this one was scanned and printed, and this one was just photocopied. I would definitely put something sassy if I knew who was getting it. For sure. For sure. Or stand out against the flock. Yeah, that could be cool too. Or I don't follow the flock or something. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. I'm all over the place again. Buildings, Unibirds, and fan trashy flowers. I have to do 5. Flowers. What about snowman? I could do like a really cool snowy scene. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I got 3 ideas. Oh, what about a vase of flowers? You know the ones I do? Something like these, but on a 4x6. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Liz. I could do that. I could do a little written blurb. Crane. I like that. Framed flowers. These ones. Belinda, like these ones. Yeah. Okay. See, these photocopy or scanned and printed, not bad. But they're still really dull. Like if I do it on photo paper, flock off. Yeah, you know what? That's probably what I would use as well. You know, if I had this guy and then cut out a picture of a real crane or a heron, then I could have it. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was just playing and printing, right? But I would do them straight onto the card, straight onto the background. All right, so I've got 4 of my 5. Your husband loves that saying, yeah. I know I should use photo paper. So, Jean and I were talking. And you guys know that the local farmers market has asked me to come and sell at the farmers market. But because of the smoke, I have not done that yet. But Jean said I should take like all my cards like this and print them off on 4x6 photo paper and put like both sides, like picture on one, postcard on the back, because the farmers market is at the center of Canada Park, which is like 11 kilometers from here. So I was thinking, but of course I always have to test print, right? And these do cut down nicely to a 4x6. But I was just printing the original size. I have no idea why, because I don't even make journals this big anymore. Yeah, Sherry. Yeah, exactly. And of course, then I can just shove these as a tuck thing in a journal, right? All right. I am so far off on a tangent here, thinking out loud. You know what? On the originals, yeah, these really do not do the originals justice. Let me grab an original and I'll show you what I mean. Oops. So this is an original compared to that. This is just a print onto cardstock, and this is the original work itself. So there's a big difference. Like you can't see the detailing on this compared to the originals. But yeah, I have some metallic watercolor paper paints now. Thank you, Union. And I've got metallic pencils. So I was going to be using that for a lot. Like on the leaves and things, and especially the fish. I think that the metallic pencils and stuff would be incredible when I do my fish. Okay. So I'll go back to what the title said now, guys. So I cut out this little frog from that About Animals book. I would probably like to use this over and over again, just kind of sitting on top of a pocket in a journal, or maybe in a corner just for the heck. I like whimsical things randomly throughout my journals. But I only have one. And unless I create an entire series of things like my cats and that, it just, I don't have frogs. So I did a template. So we're going to trace it. And we're going to, I'm going to show you how I would. And the nice thing about having the templates is you can see where the mouth is, where the eyes are, etc., where the legs go, right? So it just looks like I could wobble cut that. Lots of easy. Hey, Teresa, nice to see you, hon. Want to put your channel link in? And if somebody could put Liz's in too, that would be great. Mandy, do you have a channel? Okay, so we've been cutting things out of a kid's book on animals. We did this, and I'm just showing how you can make templates out of them, right? You cut it out, glue it onto a piece of cardstock or whatever, and then you can trace around it. And because you've got the original, you know where the eyes go, the mouth, etc. And then you just make it your own. So I also did a little lamp. I thought the lamp would be kind of cute. I need a genie lamp. Okay. If somebody could put in Mandy's as well, that would be fabulous. Teresa, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you, hon. So anyway, now I've traced the frog. So we know that the mouth goes like this, the top of the mouth. And then the bottom of the mouth goes like that. And they're not going to be the same every time. Doesn't matter. You're making them your own anyways. He's got eyes, he's got a nose, he's got a mouth. Now the legs come down like this. And then the feet. Frogs have definite toes, so then you just go over what you've traced. And if you do it in pencil, it's going to be so much easier. So much easier. Okay. So he's not too far different. From the original. His mouth's a little crooked. I don't care. We could give him that tongue that I wanted. Because we could have little flies flying around. You could. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, Mandy's is the Mums by Design. Not Mums by Design. Yeah, Mums by Design. Awesome. You need some coffee? I still have coffee from this morning. I have coffee by now. Okay, so we got the frog. Of course, now you're going to color him in, right? So, of course, his tongue's going to be pink. Now, if I was smart and done it in pencil, I would be erasing these body lines and stuff underneath. But I did not. The inside of his mouth is pink. Now, we're going to color him green, but first let's do some shading. So we know that under his mouth, it's going to be really dark green, and underneath the tongue, we'll have a shadow. Pretty much anywhere. Definitely dark around the top of the mouth. I'm just looking to see if there's someplace else that needs some shading. Probably this part of his legs. Tips of his toes. So then I would give it some shading like this, because you know that that would be in shadow. So you would use a dark green, then you're going to use a lighter green, and you're just going to lightly color in the rest. Go over the shadowed stuff so it blends. And now we're going to do the top of his head all light. And that lip is going to be a light green. Oh, that should be dark green. Dark green. I shoved in here. There's going to be dark green too. All right. Under his eyes are going to be green, dark green. And then we're just going to take the dark green and we're just going to, that's not dark enough. Not dark enough green. How about then if I use... It would be a nice dark green. Sharpie. You're a jack of all trades crafter? Me too. Me too, Mandy. Right now I'm kind of fixated on journals and paper crafts. But we've done some crocheting and embroidery and that kind of stuff on my channel. Okay, this one keeps breaking the lead. I wonder if I should just throw it out. Yeah, just like that. Okay, this is a nice dark green. I've got pencil crayons everywhere. So we're just going to do some green dots. Because he's a little speckled frog. Right? We could make a speckled log to put him on. If we wanted. I think I'm going to have toads all over the place. Sliding heart and a fan flower picture show. Nice. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. I'm going to write that down. See? Post-it notes. Post-it notes. Liz does a lot of recycled stuff. I like to recycle stuff too, but Liz does lots. Lots and lots. So there you have it. That's purple. Looking for black. Just a little bit of black at the top of his mouth. Give that little bit of shadow. And the black bugs. That dark green got really carried away on that one side of his mouth. Make him even. Make him better. There we go. There we go. All right. You going for a cup of coffee? Cute. Your favorite creatures, frogs? I like frogs too. We've got one that lives in the garden, and every time Ron mows, he's always looking for, I guess I shouldn't have that out there, making sure he's not going to mow over the poor little frog. Sorry, like I say, when you've got little templates like this, and you've got, and you're working on a journal, all of a sudden you think, oh, wouldn't a little frog catching flies be really cute? At the corner of the journal page, or just a little frolicky lamb, So that's why I like to have templates around. Not that I use them, but I'm going to. Yes. Liz does love her cardboard, but she can make it sing, guys. Seriously. It's awesome. All right. So I really haven't accomplished much today. I showed you guys what I got in my swaps yesterday. We built a crane. We did a Goonie Bird crane. This is much more my style, where I take scrap paper and I turn it into things like Goonie Birds and cats. I have to figure out how to wobble cut a frog. And I think maybe I will do some furniture. I'll find some furniture and cut it out. Ephemera? All things paper. Doodads. Oh. Yeah, ephemera is addictive. My thing is I make what I call Kimbits. So I do things like buildings, Goonie birds. I do, this is all collaged. Those are all hand cut out and glued down, colored and shaded. So I do collage. Oh, there's my other building. Yeah, that one's too big too to go on a postcard. I have to make smaller ones for the postcards. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Janine. We did these last week. We did those. I can't even remember what else. Oh, we did Twinchies. When did we do the Twinchies? That was really recent too. Because I've been making journals and things for a while, I have lots of stuff. We do things like Twinchies, which are 2 by 2 inch squares of art. I just got a message from a lady. She wants to buy all these. And I'm telling you the shipping would be horrendous from here to the States. So we do things like Twinchies. With Halloween. What would be great with Halloween? So we do Twinchies. What else do we do? Lots of ATCs. Many ATCs. Oh, look, I have a bag of stuff. Kimbits. Look, there's some of my cats. We did robots. And Goonie birds. Send downloadable. My cats are available as downloads. I did have an Etsy store where I was selling my digitals. It's one of the trees I did. They don't copy nicely at all. So yeah, I love little bits of paper. Absolutely love little bits of paper. My doodled mushrooms. So yeah. Oh, my little Kimbits. Yeah. Like I said, I did have them downloadable. Again, I have a problem with lining things up. They don't print nice. Like I haven't learned how to get them to print nicely on a page. I just did last week. We did the letters too. Oh, they did everything Halloween, right? Yeah, I know. Oh, she doesn't want downloadable. She wants the originals. But it would have to go as parcel post because our post office is now feeling every single envelope. And if it is not a greeting card, they charge you parcel price. Because so many people are getting stuff returned. So I'm not really sending stuff to the States. Actually, they even did it to a letter that was going here in Canada. It was one of the ones either to you or Fiona. And they're going, this isn't a greeting card. And I'm thinking, since when has Canada had that issue? I have quite a bit of Halloween stuff, though. I went crazy making pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and Jackie-lanterns. I don't know. I just like making bits. Lots and lots of bits. And I get carried away and I make hundreds of them. If I get fixated on something. But I use all my scraps. Like my rule right now is I can't cut a full sheet of print, like a gel print or that kind of thing. I have to use up my bits. Yeah. Oh, it's just paper. That's okay. Yeah. Hundreds of bits. You're right, Belinda. I make hundreds of bits. And I appreciate you sitting through every single one of them. So yes, guys, like if you find something in a kid's coloring book or something and you know that you're going to want to make more than one of them, if you do not have a photocopier or a printer or that kind of thing, make a template. Make a template so that you can do yeah. Especially down to the States. You know what? I was sending A2Cs to one of the viewers' grandkids. They're really into art. And I offered to send an ATC to her grandson. And it took almost a month to get there. And my mail lady said, they're going to send it back. They have not sent it back, that one. But I have had stuff returned because it's not just a card and then they charge me parcel price. And it's not our post office that's being a sod about it. It's the post office in the US that if it's not just a greeting card in the envelope, they send it back. And I don't understand that. Yeah, I got what you sent me, Teresa. When you sent me the bubble wrap and stuff, that I got, yeah. But it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So anything other than just a straight piece of paper like a letter, or if there's any, this would not be able to go in the mail. Even if I took all the other stuff off, this would not go in the mail because they would be able to feel the lace. Because of the weight. Yeah. They're getting really crazy. Did you see what I did? Did you send it on Messenger? I don't have my Facebook open behind here. Let me just open Facebook. Do. Well, if you sent it through Messenger, I don't have it yet. Oh, you put my address as the return address too. Perfect. Perfect. Anyway, I'm having a heck of a time sending stuff down south. So that's why I'm not doing any swaps on Beth's channel anymore. I just can't. I just can't. It's just too frustrating. So I do belong to a group in Canada. Perfect, Teresa. That's perfect. I do belong to an AT swap group in Canada. And then the ladies I meet monthly. You send parcel post, but try to have it fit in this mail slot. Exactly. That works. But yeah, I've tried that too. And my post lady and I have a love-hate relationship. I make mums. Like homecoming mums. I don't know what homecoming mums are. Like the flower mums? With all the little petal things? Flat ones I've done. I don't do... Oh, no. What would be comparable to what that is? I make ATCs. I don't know. You make homecoming mums? Awesome. I make junk flowers. I make a lot of junk stuff. I've started doing junk embroidery. I have to finish that. One piece that I started, but I've got so many more in my mind to do. And then I do these I do these junk flowers out of leftover bits and strange things. Coffee filters and stuff. Junk hats? Junk jewelry? Yes. Junk socks? Junk journals? Yeah, I love junk journals. That's what I do. I'd like to see a junk hat. That would be fun. That would be fun. Okay, so now I'm thinking, if I don't use this for my background for my postcards, what if I use napkins? The napkins that I got from the swap. You've got pictures on your page? Okay, I will have to go look. Are you also on Instagram, Mandy? That is not my masterboard. That was our swap this month. We did napkins and a masterboard. You're welcome to copy me. Oh, just Facebook? Okay. You have to scram? So, Stop International as well. Yeah, it's just getting too expensive as well. Like, I mean, I was sending out a junk journal at the end of every month. I would do a draw for the junk journal that we made throughout the month, and can't do it anymore. It's just too costly. Now I have a backlog of journals that I need to get rid of. You did win one. Yep. You did. And I think Belinda won one too. But yeah, I'm going to, you know, do some giveaways in my group. Today I am going to scan in those fish properly. I'll scan them in and clean them up so that they're easy to print so that you can make templates out of them or whatever. You're putting together a junk journal workshop in your time? Awesome. Oh, I guess I shouldn't do that. Sorry. Welcome back, Belinda. That's awesome. Oh, the fish? Yeah, I'm going to do these. I'm going to scan them. I've got 4. And then you guys can cut them out and make templates out of them or what have you. These are plant picks. I make them and cut them out of wood, paint them and put them in like spider plants and stuff. So are you doing like a 1-day junk journal workshop, or is it going to be more than 1 day? Yeah, Canada Post is voting again. Your printer quit, but you can save them. And I mean, they're easy enough to copy too. I mean, you know, oh, 1 day every couple of weeks. Awesome. That's cool. Anyway, I'm going to, because when I printed them, the background was pretty muddy. So I have to clean that up, and then I'll post it on Meet Your Creativity, and it'll be a free download for you guys. Yes, kid workshops. I have a friend who I kidnap her kids, kind of. She's supposed to come over and play, but the kids want to come and play too. And I love having kids to play with. They are so creative and so free in their creativity. Haven't done that for over a year. So you're gonna what are you gonna be using for the covers? I'm so nosy. I'm sorry. Are you getting the people to bring their own things to build the journals out of, or are you supplying everything? Yeah. You were blessed with a junk journal? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Are you doing it out of old magazines? Like this journal was a National Geographic. That's awesome, Teresa. My grandkids don't. I have one grandchild that arts, and now one of the oldest grandsons playing in the shop with Ron a lot. He's actually building a chess table. So they've inlaid all the like the board, the squares, and now they're just working on the tabletop. Perfect. So this one was out of a National Geographic. And then this one was a book from a workshop from when I was working. Slowly flip and tell how I did what? That National Geographic one? Oh, my peace, love, understanding, and sarcasm. This one? Okay, so you've got your magazine. Let me grab a train magazine. Because we know I got lots of train magazines. Hey, I got my glasses. Hi. Okay. So the problem with doing a magazine into a junk journal is you have to work front, back, center. You can't just work from the front to the back or the back to the front because they won't sit nice, right? So I don't do anything with the front cover to begin with because I don't know how big the pages are going to end up, etc. So you just take each page, you fold it and glue it down. Right? So you do you do 2 pages at the front. And you try and get them as even as possible. And I, of course, use white glue, like liquid glue. So they're going to bubble and ripple a little bit, but that's okay. So you do 2 at the front, 2 at the back. When I did the National Geographic one, it was the first one I had done, and I didn't do that. So it's really, it's not nice and even. Oh, look at these hot air balloons. Wow. You know, I'm going to fold it this way because I think I could leave some of those hot air balloons out. Okay, so 2 at the back, and then you go to the middle, or as close to the middle as you can. Oh, look. Postcard. And do 2 in the middle. And you do that through the whole magazine, gluing down as you go. Nice. A lot of mine are pamphlet stitch. So that's how I do it, Teresa. Couple at the front, couple at the back, couple in the middle, and you do the whole magazine that way. This one, also, I did not rip out any pages. That's why it's a monster, because I also put painted paper on top of it, right? So that's why I didn't do anything with the cover until I had everything folded and paper glued onto it, because I needed to make sure that my covers went over them. Yeah, I've got lots of vintage books and magazines and stuff too. I have a boatload of stuff. So like I say, you do all the pages, glue down as you go. A lot of people use glue sticks. We know I'm not a fan, so I use white glue. And so you do the whole book. And then after you've done that, if you are painting on them or putting painty paper down or any other papers down, you do that, like the base of it first. Then you do the front, the covers, because chances are you're not going to fold it all the way to the center. You want to have that edge. Does that make sense, Teresa? And then, of course, a lot of times I will take these magazines and I'll put a straight edge down and I'll cut them in half and then fold them. That's how. Nope, not that one. This one? Nope, not that one either. I have a journal. I have a journal done on magazine page, and I don't know where it is. Probably gave that one away, Teresa. Probably went. I'm over here looking now. Nope. Nope. All right. Yeah, no. So anyway, that's how I use a magazine for a journal. I don't buy composition books or anything to use. I use what I have. Oh, you haven't seen that? Yeah, the front, back, center. It makes it easier. And then a lot of times, because this one is stapled, when you start to work in it, you might have to pamphlet stitch them together, right? I leave the staples in, but you might have to pamphlet stitch them before you do the whole thing. Now do a flip through so you can see what it looks like. It's rude. This is not one of my polite journals, right? This is peace, love, understanding, and sarcasm. And it's a work in progress. I add things how I'm feeling, like I choose peace. Some quotes. There's going to be some rude stuff. Just warning you. We know who I am, or you guys know who I am. Right? And I've got tucks and pockets and stuff throughout. This is when I was doing the faces and putting like a slit underneath the nose or the eyebrows and putting yarn through. Because they're fun. So, babies with mustaches, cat on head. It's got a lot of my bits in it. This one's my journal. As you can see, this Halloween page, the rockets. Okay, take care, hon. See you soon. Talk to you soon. Thanks for coming. So I'm going fast enough, hopefully, that you're not reading any of this because I know it will bother you. So yeah, oh, thanks, Janine. Janine, sorry, I'm doing it. I have to stop. This is belly band. There's another of those collage pieces I do. Figured somebody had to have it. This one's got stitching down the edge because I bought sparkly scrubby yarn. It's the nastiest stuff going, guys. Still lots of stuff to write in, put things in. And because it's a National Geographic, I have had to go in and put a little bit of glue in some places. So yeah. That's my peace, love, understanding, and sarcasm. And rude. And then this one, like I say, was a workbook from a class I took through work. And I did the same thing. I folded the pages in half. Exact same thing. Lots of writing space. This one, it's going to go somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go. So it's the same thing. Like I say, these are the tops of Kleenex boxes. Some of it is painty paper. Some of the pages I have painted right on. Then it's got a tuck spot and also in the side. So that's why there's a snowman in that envelope. And then this one is just a straight pocket here. Yeah, this one I've done, it's got all kinds of bits. Another belly band. Crocheted edge tabs. Flips, lots of flips. So yeah, just it's all over the place, this one. This was more a case of, oh, let's just glue some paper down in the book, right? These are pieces from when I do my wobble cuts, the stuff on the desk. I just add them. People can doodle on them. They can outline, whatever, right? This is more of an art journal, I'm thinking. There's a lot of space for writing. If people desire. Of course, these are gel prints. So, and this is, Ron turned this bead for me. I have a lot of wood turned beads. So that's how it closes. And the title of the journal is Today I Feel Wonderful and Colorful. A black and white Grandin abstract design. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, I've done like my old day planners from work. These for sure. I've now decided, because I get the Costco magazines or the monthly Costco things in the mail, the flyers. I've got 2 of them, and I'm painting on each page. And I think I'm going to make a journal out of Costco bits. But yeah, black and white would be fun to do. We do those fantasy flowers that Jean and I do. We use black and white for the stems. And then, of course, we do... I've got stuff. Jean and I went through Jean's still doing, I still doing doodling on watercolor. So it's black and white on color, but we have talked about doing the black and white one. So yeah, I'm always doing. There's always something happening. But this is my favorite thing right now is making Kimbits. These little things to put in the journals. But I hoard them. I have done a purple journal. I have done a blue journal. I have done a green journal. And I've got a few rainbow journals. Oh, black and white pics for sure. See, a lot of my carving magazines, when I used to do wood carving, they are all black and white. And they have some incredible images, absolutely incredible images. They're absolutely incredible. Well, guys, it has been 2.5 hours. I hope I have inspired you guys to try something different, something new, make some little templates to oh, denim. Yeah, I used to make quilts out of denim. I make patchwork denim jackets, really, really funky ones. And I had a bin of 4-inch squares. That makes too heavy a quilt because of all the seams. So I figured I would embroider hearts on them. Yeah, the rainbow journals I did with Jean. Yes. I've done a couple of others since then as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I put one on the front of this journal. I cut it close and did that. And then, of course, I do beaded hearts as well. That was one by one of my viewers. I just have to get them to her. But, yeah. Lots of Kim bits. Lots of bits in this book. It's got my page tab cats, flowers. Anyway, as I was saying, it's been 2.5 hours. I could go on and on and on and on. But I won't do that to you. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Liz. I just like to play. And I usually try and talk through how I'm doing things so that you might not be following along as I'm doing it, but I hope that it inspires you to do it your way. Try it your way, in your style. Oh, the red heart. Yeah, I've got a bit of beaded hearts too. Not only do I hoard supplies, I hoard what I make. All right. Thanks, everybody, so much for being here. Everybody here chatting and visiting. Anybody up in the balcony and anybody who watches the replays. Big thanks and shout out to Kevin for sharing me on Reddit. As I say, if you've got a channel that's just starting out, please check him out. His channel is Tuber Chat, and he is so very, very supportive of starting channels. Like, great. It's great. Also, Lee, who was here earlier, he does model railroading. So he does like 3D bits out of, like trees and that kind of thing. So if you do dioramas, that kind of thing, please do check him out. Anybody who is here and has a channel, I know that Liz does some incredible recycling projects. Teresa, who is having a little bit of issues with her eyes and would love to get back to embroidery, who can't, does a lot of incredible drawing and sketching. Well, I'm not sure. I haven't watched Mums by Design yet. I will have to check that out. Sherry does some incredible fabric journals. She's done fabric journals, and she does a lot of gel printing, that kind of thing. Who else was here? Shannon. Shannon does mixed media art as well. That's Rainbow Art Junkie. Got rainbows on the head now, guys. Thank you. Okay, big hugs to you all. I will be back tomorrow, going live at 12:45, and I think I will cut up the backgrounds for doing some postcards. Thanks everybody for being here. Big hugs. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you soon. Bye now.